Sewing friends, welcome to my sewing room. My name is Beth, and if you're new, welcome. Today's block is classic red and white scrappy quilt block. It's 9.5 inches. For this block I need some squares. The big red ones here are 6 inches and these smaller muslin squares are 4.5 inches. That's for the first element of this quilt block. I also need some squares that are 4 inches, 2 muslin and 2 red, and then some 2.5 inch squares, 1 muslin and 2 red. With the larger red and smaller muslin squares, I am making flying geese units using a specialty ruler that I have. I also have a video to show how to make these without a special ruler, and I'll leave that below. So to make 4 flying geese at a time, I'm using the large 6-inch red square, the smaller 4.5 inch square, and I drew a line and I'll sew on both sides of that line. I'll cut along the pencil line and I will press these pieces open. After pressing my pieces open, I will put them opposite directions, the muslin on top of the red and going different directions, and the seam does not match, and that's what we want. I drew another line and also on both sides of this pencil line as well. Once I was done sewing and cutting, I got out my little ruler. It is a 1.5 by 3 inch finished flying geese unit, and I will also leave a link below for the information about this little specialty ruler. And now I'm going to be trimming my flying geese, and they will be just the size that I need, and this method has very little waste. Just using those 2 different squares, different size squares, I will be able to get 4, and I used 2 different reds, so this block will be scrappy, and I'll be able to get 8 flying geese is what I need for my quilt block. Once I had all of my flying geese made for my quilt block, I took the 4-inch squares, 2 pieces of muslin and 2 different reds, and I put them right sides together. And again, I'm going to draw a line diagonally from corner to corner, and with these 2 sets of squares, I'll be making 4 half square triangles. After I sew on both sides of my pencil line, I'll press them open and I'll trim them both to 3.5 inches square. After making my half square triangles, I just need to make one more element for this quilt block, and that's the center square in this sort of a 9-patch design. It uses 3 different smaller quilt blocks. It uses those flying geese, the half square triangles, and now I'm making something I call square in a square, and I'll be putting these triangles around the outside of that 2-inch square. After putting the triangles all around that square, I trimmed it to 3.5 inches, and now I can put this quilt block together. beautiful quilt block is complete. I think it's really lovely with that red and white, that classic combo. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.